Shout out to everybody out there on White Street. You already know what it is. Salute everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard reaction for you guys, and you already know what it is. Yo, let's get into it, man. First things first, before we get into any of the rap stuff, down in the comments below, I had scheduled a interview with PdotO last Saturday, and he has some personal tragedy in his life. I need to see down in the comments below hashtag love for PdotO. I don't want to hear nothing, no requests, no hey, you got to check this out, you're gonna love this. I don't want to see none of that, man. Just respect for this artist, please. Down in the comments below, hashtag love for PdotO before you say anything else to me, or I will ignore you, I swear to God. Alright, now with that being said, before we get into the music, I want to talk a little bit about a conversation that I had, right? So I'm going to be having a interview with him on probably this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. South African time. That's tentative right now, right? As long as the world allows things to go accordingly. Now, I've been critical previously of PdotO on a few different occurrences, right? So he has this ability to heat up really, really well, and then at the end of a bar, there's no line, there's no rhyme, there's no punchline or nothing like that. He just keeps going and talking his shit, and he doesn't end on the rhyme scheme. And for me, it always fucks up my vibe, and I always point it out and I say something. And then I don't really consider him to be a bar-heavy artist. He's definitely more of a storyteller. And for me, my taste in music is I've always shied away from the storytellers. It's never really been my twist. I've always been more of a punchline, bar-heavy guy with the similes and the metaphors and the imageries and shit like that. And what he does really well is he does a really good job of telling his story through his lens of his eyes in an honest, kind of raw, just like vulnerable way that has made his fans fall in love with him. So I actually ended up having some really good conversations with some like super passionate PdotO fans where like, yo, he's the greatest, he's the GOAT, etc, 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 from like Twitter and Instagram, and people hit me up on YouTube. So when I had these conversations, there was a really, really good like GOAT conversation piece that happened. And it was basically like, when it comes to a matter of taste, when it comes to a matter of like who's the best and what makes the best and stuff like that, they're like, they're them talking to me, like I need to understand that not everyone is looking for bars. There's going to be an entire population of people who are just looking for that raw music that don't place the value that I place in bar-heavy rap. And when I was talking to them, it was a super civil conversation. Nobody was coming at anyone. We were really like, it was just two hip-hop heads who really love and appreciate hip-hop coming together and discussing an artist. And as we were discussing him, and I was asking, like, what makes you think he's the best rapper? Like, in what category is he the best in? And what, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And when it was broken down to me about why this individual was famous, it was actually two different people on two different occasions that I like kind of just combined both conversations in my head for. The gist of it was basically like, the raw storytelling style, the voice, the flow, like when you put that all together, it allowed them to go and enter into a headspace when the music comes on. And the headspace when the music comes on isn't a literary thing. It's not something that you're going to see when you write the bars. And for me, this is what they said to me, the critique on me is like, when I'm listening to music, I pause a lot, right? Because I'm breaking down the lyrics. And when you're pausing and breaking down the lyrics, you're almost not immersing yourself. You're almost bringing yourself out of the immersion of the vibe and the tonality of the track, which is what made them fall in love with him to begin with and made them diehard fans, was that raw emotion, overall ambience, and vibe of the track. These were all great points. I didn't have a single argument. I was just listening. This is just me, like, I am not the beginning and end all say on what is dope hip-hop and what is not hip-hop. When you come here and I critique somebody, it is strictly based on my taste. I am not trying to get anyone to be a fan or not be a fan of any particular artist. There's two things that this channel does. Number one, I provide a platform for musicians to showcase their talent and for you to make your own decisions on whether or not you like music or you don't like music that I introduce my fan base to. That's number one. And then number two is I offer my own personal view based on my taste and my bias on what I'm hearing, and I break it down as articulate as I can on every occasion to tell you what it is that I like about it and what it is that makes me a fan, or what it is that doesn't make me a fan, or what is it that's like, I think if they change this, that there's some raw talent there. All that being said, it was a fantastic conversation, and I'm very, very much so looking forward to this interview on Saturday. Drop down in the comments below after you put your hashtag love for PDOT. What type of questions would you want me to ask him? Would you want us to have a conversation about during it? Because I'm very interested to see what you guys would want said on this. And then finally, above all else, I wouldn't be having this conversation. I wouldn't be trying to get an interview with the guy if I wasn't a fan of the artist. When I seen him interacting with people on Twitter, when I see what his responses are to different allegations or different sentences that are said, like, I don't know, the way that he carries himself as a man to me was like impressive. Like, I like the way he carries himself. So salute to him. I'm very interested to see how this conversation goes. We're gonna dig into this song. We're gonna break this song down. I'm gonna keep doing my thing the way that I do it, because that's what this channel is all about. But I thought you guys might be interested in those conversations and where those bias and things like that come from. You feel me? So let me know if you thought, did you think this was a good talk to have before we hop into this? But now I talked your ear off. Let's go. I didn't mean to talk that long. 6-minute intro. Do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Little bell notification guy. All right. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is by joining my Patreon down in the description below. Let's get into Dear God by PdotO.
Would you save me from myself?
So before we get into anything, the first thing I noticed is that the video is very similar to the last video that we did. So I'm wondering if maybe the songs are from the same album, and this was like a theme that he was keeping with them, or if this is just his own production, like his own like artistic direction that he goes with it. Yeah, I know you said I'm gonna keep doing my shit. I'm gonna keep pausing. We made it 10 seconds before I pause. But yeah, so I'm curious about that. Is this just like his overall artistic direction that he prefers, like the black and white silhouette kind of like scheme that he's going with the video, or is this just for the album, or what?
I'm not here to sound angry, not here to sound ungrateful, but I've been fuming for years. Some call me hateful, I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful that I'm alive still. I'm capable of love still. I look to you above still. But Lord, look, the weight is killing me. What I truly gotta do to make these motherfuckers witness me. Silly picture my work piff. I scribble liberty. I'm free from the enslavement that this industry done given me. Tell me who the best, I dare you. Point them out to me. Tell me who better, creative behind the artistry. Hardly a flaw, the pen is peak, I cop a diem. Dear God, they want to kill me in the Coliseum.
Alright, so like, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. If we go back and we break this down, he's like, I am the best, tell me who's the best, right? I'm curious about that conversation. I'm curious if when asked, when faced with it, it's like, hey, you're just saying you're the best. What is it that you're the best at? Do you have the best punchlines? Do you think you have the best flow? Do you think you have the most creativity on a track? Do you think you're the rawest? Like, I'm always curious to see where artist mentalities are with that. And it's those allegations, it's those type of rhymes that will make somebody love you or hate you, because your fans are going to eat it up, and your fans are always going to love that shit. And the people who are on the fence, or who maybe a stan for a different artist, they're always going to hate you for it. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that he's got the nerve to say, like, any rapper, that you have to have that confidence as an artist. If you don't have that, I'm the best gorilla man type shit, like if you're not feeling like that, then no one's gonna buy into your own shit. So I like that about this. With that being said, like, the flow is very reminiscent from the last one. He's very consistent with the flow that he's been doing in his delivery package. Now, with this being, we're gonna assume a storytelling track based on conversations, and that the beat is absolutely phenomenal for that type of a delivery package. So if you look at how the beat fits the tone of the song, it goes very, very well together.
Better, creative behind the artistry, hardly a flaw, the pen is peak, I cop a diem. Dear God, they want to kill me in the Coliseum. They push hate like they KKK, I KO like I'm Cassius Clay. What I'm supposed to say? Dear God, they gave me heart with a bit of ice. You gave me death with a bit of life, selling my soul for the asking price.
We said you gave me death with a bitter life. Let's go.
You gave me death with a bit of life, selling my soul for the asking price. Everyone know what I've been rapping like. Everyone know when I've been snapping right. So how the fuck they tryna push me back? They tryna pull me back. They tryna prove me bad. I understand though that they don't understand me. I understand these suckers don't comprehend me, but I'm a man, understand that my stance mean. Understand that I'm still king. Always told myself that I'd never ever force it.
See, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Like, him acknowledging the fact that, like, that's me he's talking to. He's talking to me as someone who may not be a stan or the biggest fan of the music in the world. Like, he understands that not everyone understands me. Like, that's a dope concept. That's a dope art. That's self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also different because you're speaking to your own audience, right? This is like an intimate conversation with the people who are in agreement with those type of worldviews, which is dope because you always want to make sure that you cater to your audience.
If it's gone, it's gone. Maybe I lost it. Dear God, my letter, please don't ignore it. I'm sick and tired of all you niggas claim to be bosses. I'm sick and tired of this floss shit. Maybe I'm mad. I'm mad my brother, an alcoholic. He's still blood, so I love him still. That's my family, I love him real. But dear God, won't you save me?
See, man, like, it's not bars, it's real shit, and this is what he delivers. This is what makes people fall in love with him. The emotion and the delivery package that he puts into it, it's unique. It's definitely, it gives you that raw sense of vulnerability that makes artists not seem fake. When you're trashing the fakeness, you talk about, I don't like all the flaw shit, I don't like all the, you know what I mean, all the jewelry and nonsense and shit like that. And then you start talking about, like, real shit that he's going through with his family, and like, look at, like, the pain in his voice and how he delivers it. He's not just rapping, he's telling his shit. I'm gonna stopping so much, but like, the point of this, when I'm critical of somebody, I like to do the opposite too and point out all the things that they do well. They may not be the things that I look for in a GOAT, but they have their own credence. You know what I'm saying? Like, when not everyone's goal when they go to write is punchline rap. You know what I'm saying? When you go to write, not everybody is writing to be the next X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying?
You niggas claim to be bosses. I'm sick and tired of this floss shit. Maybe I'm mad. I'm mad my brother, an alcoholic. He's still blood, so I love him still. That's my family, I love him real. But dear God, won't you save me for myself? Should I blame it on myself? I done taken every step. I done written every rap. What the hell's you motherfuckers deaf? Oh well, crooked world we live, when niggas raping babies too. I think it's high time we face the truth. Maybe we lost as fuck, maybe we can't escape. Maybe I talk too much, but I hope that y'all relate. Dear Lord, when I tell you I'm the best, I believe it. When I tell you I'm a legend, I believe it. When I tell you I'm the GOAT, please believe it. Believe me, ain't nobody better, I done seen it. But calm down, put your pride aside. I know my God still reside inside. I follow God's design, my heart.
See, and then this is where I would come back with the same conversation. We already covered this, so there's no reason to dive into it. But when you go into that, how much do the bars uphold the scrutiny? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always loved when a rapper will put out bars that makes you say to GOAT. I appreciate that more than a rapper who needs to tell you to go. This goes back to the Lil Wayne era, right? When you look at Lil Wayne, when Lil Wayne came out, everybody started saying Weezy F Baby was the greatest rapper alive. Why? They didn't create that on their own. They heard him say it and they start mimicking it, and that's how you create that type of viral message that goes around and gets into people, right? So it's fantastic marketing. It's fantastic to plant that seed into your listener's head. Now he's got 3 minutes to show us why on the end of the track. So let's see what he does.
Line with the light, my God, incite what's right, I'm writing life, my God, dear God, won't you save me for myself? Won't you save me for myself? I got the rope around my neck. Won't you save me for myself? Won't you save me from myself before I jump out the window? Oh. I swear I'm finna jump out the window. Oh, oh. Won't you save me from myself? Used to spit saliva and juice, fuse the rap shit. I'm usually the coolest in the room, full of coon shit. Enthusiast, hard colder than Budapest. Used to hearing niggas argue and bicker about who the best. I'm using facts, connect the dots. I'll forever be a hungry nigga. I'll never stop, cause I used to be a bummy nigga. We fucking lost, my nigga. Y'all niggas lost. Xenophobic, killing your people. Y'all niggas gone. Mentally enslaved, you hate your skin, you hate yourself. You see yourself in your brother, that's why you chasing death. Hold up, I'm not a preacher, but my heart bleeds for you. I'm just praying that you see the truth. I ask, please, dear God, won't you save me from myself?
That whole verse was fire. Alright, that entire scheme from beginning to end that he just did, that whole verse was absolutely fire.
I feel I got nobody left. This is not what I expected. Spiritually, I feel neglected. I know you love me and I'm blessed still. My purpose is applied to the pressure that make me diamond. I'm deadly dedicated, can never die for the time being. I rhyme king. I swear to God, I'm a rhyme king. You niggas know that I'm a rhyme fiend. Sniffing lines, my therapy heavy, I'm feeling medicated. I know you motherfucking devils pray I never make it. I stand in front of you, God, I'm fully naked. Anticipate the hate in abundance, but I don't give a fuck. Couple of folk in my family don't really wish me luck. Couple of bitches hit me trying to get a nigga nut. Live it up, I look to my God when I don't know what's up. I double.
Let's go.
Know that I'm a rhyme fiend, sniffing lines, my therapy heavy, I'm feeling medicated. I know you motherfucking devils pray I never make it. I stand in front of you, God, I'm fully naked. Anticipate the hate in abundance, but I don't give a fuck. Couple of folk in my family don't really wish me luck. Couple of bitches hit me trying to get a nigga nut. Live it up, I look to my God when I don't know what's up. I double up, down in the liquor trying to forget it, but pray for me, my spirit heavy, my vision blurry. I'm ready for whatever the mission, steady, count your blessings. I'm feeling blessed, but I'm restless. Bob Marley with a death wish, this is my best. God, won't you save me from myself? Won't you save me from myself? I got the rope around my neck. Won't you save me from myself? Won't you save me from myself before I jump out the window? Oh. I swear I'm finna jump out the window. Oh. You save me from myself.
This is the best that I've heard him, period. If this would, like, I feel like my opinion overall of an MC definitely would have been different if this was the first song that I had heard from him. The vulnerability in his voice, the actual delivery of the lines, the fact that he's talking real shit in his life, like, there is a lot of positive takeaways to this. This is definitely the best that I've seen him, bar for bar, and just the concept of the track, the vulnerability of it. Like, this is going on my playlist. This is 100% going on the GS playlist. But, like, yeah, like, you start to see and be able to like, the more you listen to somebody's catalog, the more you're able to start connecting the dots between the way that the fans feel and what the fans are talking about on Twitter and Instagram, etc., and connect the dots to the music. You guys also have to understand, like, I've only heard a couple songs from these artists. My opinion is being formed and being re-imaged and being remastered each and every song that I hear as a person's catalog starts to grow in front of me. You feel me? So, like, you have to take that in consideration, that, like, look at what songs have actually been listened to, and would you feel the same way if the only songs that have been listened to are the ones that are listed? Like, I feel like a lot of people don't do that. A lot, like, you'll know an artist and you'll be like, I've heard 300 songs from this person. This reactor doesn't know what they're talking about. Instead of listening to the song that's in front of them and understanding the actual understanding that they have of the catalog. You feel me? Does that make sense? I don't want to feel like I'm talking in circles. I'm trying to give you guys a little insight into the lens of how I view things.
Neck, won't you save me from myself? Won't you save me from myself before I jump out the window? Oh. I swear I'm finna jump out the window. Oh. Won't you save me from myself? Won't you save me from myself? Won't you save me from myself? I got the rope around my neck. Won't you save me from myself? Won't you save me from myself before I jump out the window? I swear I'm finna jump out the window. Won't you save me from myself?
God bless the God blessed. Alright, let's go to the scorecard. Let's break it down. Let's see how much we like this. Alright, so we are fans of PDOT. Target audience for this track? Absolutely. Absolutely. Proper setting for this. So this is my dark room music, man. Plus, you gotta look at the video, too. Did we switch up the scheme? Did we switch this up? Did we switch it up? Hey! Alright. The video in and of itself, like, I feel like... I talk about this a lot. The more simplistic the video, the more focus is on the lyrics, right? If you look at the reaction that we just did to the Cardi B and Meg jaunt, wow, the video was so extravagant that I missed a lot of the bars because you're trying to pay attention to the video and you're amazed by the visuals and shit like that. And when you look at a song like this, there's twofold. So the first fold is like, I do believe that the more simplistic the video, the more focus is on the lyrics. The second one is like, it is kind of a video, it is kind of a metaphor. The song is called Dear God, like he's talking to God. There's no one else in the video. It's him by himself. This is almost like a prayer or a letter to God. It didn't make sense. He's not going to be sitting there in front of a car with all of his friends and shit like that. That wouldn't make any sense. You know, an elaborate music video doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be showing the vulnerability. Literally the only other thing that you see is a bottle of Henny, and like you already know the connections that your brain is going to be making with that when it comes to depression, when it comes to dealing with your mental demons and shit like that. And when you see a man by himself talking to God and the vulnerability in his voice, it's a good package. It's packaged very well. So salute for that. Ghostwriter vibes. Honestly, this is gonna y'all gonna as much as we just tried to like cop please here and there, man, I got Budden vibes from him. So if you guys don't know, Joe Budden is my number one. I think he's the number one GOAT, best lyricist of all time, bar for bar. Nobody is fucking with him. He is the greatest because he saved my life by making music like this. This is my bag. This is that type of like, I'm gonna put it all on the line and be raw and just talk my life and shit like that. Is the same message. Now the delivery package is different, right? The bars are different. I would never say that he has the same kind of bars as Joey does, but the message is there. The vulnerability is there, right? And that's where we make those connections. Bars or lyrics for this? I'm giving them a 21 out of 25, man. 21 is better than we expected, above and beyond what we thought they were capable of doing. This is the best that I've heard him bar for bar so far. Now, the delivery was perfect, 25 out of 25. You couldn't deliver this song better than this. Listen to his voice and fluctuations. That's the most impressive part. Like, the most impressive part of this was the you could hear the pain in his voice. He wasn't going up there and just rapping with emotional lyrics. He got emotional in the delivery package of it too. 25 out of 25. Could not have been better. Beat selection, 15 out of 15. Sound quality mixing, 15 out of 15. Effectiveness, 10 out of 10. For me, like, this changes my opinion of him overall, because now I know, like, his ceiling has been raised of the things that of what I believe he is capable of as an MC. I believe that the ceiling has been raised. 100% effective on this. The enjoyability, yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. This is going on playlist for me. I think I like it as a fan of the artist and wanting to see him dig deep and get better in his artistry. I think this gives me more hope. This is like, yo, if he's capable of doing this, how much deeper can he dig to continue to get better? I fuck with it, man. 96 out of 100. That's my score. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Drop down in the comments below. I'm always willing to talk to y'all. Let's chop it up. I'm going to go and put this on Twitter and everything like that. So follow the hashtags. Show my man some love. Show up on Saturday when we go and do the live. If there's any changes to that, I will let you guys know. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you guys can get those updates. I love y'all. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.